Hi everyone. Hi Amrita. Welcome back. How are you, Amrita? MLA Sheetal Chaudhary. Yes. So hi people. How are you all? Hi Komal. Yes. Welcome my army. You're fine. I am also good, Amrita, and my day was also super good. I am all good, Komal. What about you, Komal? So, hi everyone, this is your accounts master teacher MLA Sheetal Chaudhary. M for multi-talented, L for lion-hearted, and A for ambitious. And I welcome all of you to our channel Vedantu Commerce. तो आप सबका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारे चैनल पे. Hi Prajwal, how are you? So, if you guys are new to our channel or if you are watching me for the first time, then please take a minute to hit that red icon. Do subscribe our channel now for more such live sessions. Also, please do like this video, do hit the like icon and do share it with your friends. So अभी तक जिसने भी वीडियो को लाइक नहीं किया जल्दी से लाइक करो और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर करो इस सेशन को. Now, as you all know, we also have a Telegram group. So if you want to get the access of all our updates, all our notes, then you can also join us on Telegram group. And the link for Telegram is also given in the description box below the video. Now, this is class 12 accountancy session, and in this session, we are going to continue the chapter issue of debentures. And what we will be learning today, we will be doing the topic interest on debentures. So you are fine, Neelam. I am also good. Hi, motivation plus masti. So, before starting the session, first we will be discussing the homework that I gave you in the previous class. So, please raise your hands. How many of you have done the homework of collateral security? किस किसने homework किया है? Raise your hands. Come on, I am waiting for you to raise your hands. Komal, what about you? No one. This is hard to believe, guys. No one has tried the homework, has completed it. Okay, at least we have one person, Komal, had done it. So let's see the homework. Let's see the question that I gave you. So this is the question which is from the topic collateral security. Now I will be solving this. So let's have a look at it. The question is, a company took a loan of rupees 4 lakh from Bandhan Bank Limited and issued 8% debentures of rupees 4 lakh as collateral security. So we will record two journal entries in this question. First, we have taken the loan. पहले हमने लोन लिया तो फर्स्ट एंट्री विल बी बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू बैंक लोन. We have taken a a loan of rupees 4 lakh. So this is the first journal entry. And the second journal entry will be percentage, not percentage, debenture suspense account debit. Sorry. The second entry will be debenture suspense account debit to percentage debentures. And we have issued debentures also of 4 lakh rupees. हमने debentures भी कितने के issue करे? 4 lakh rupees के. So these are the two journal entries that we have to pass in this question. First for loan and second for debentures that are issued as collateral security. Now they are asking you to represent it in the balance sheet. Explain how this will be dealt with in the books of the company. आप इसको books में कैसे record करोगे? How will you record it in the balance sheet of the company? So let's record it now. I am making the balance sheet here. This is amount. Okay, this is, I need more space for this. This is current year. This is previous year. Then this is note number. And this is particulars. So first we are recording equity and liabilities. In equity and liabilities, there are different subheadings. First is shareholders fund. Then the second we have is non-current liability. And third is current liability. These are equity and liabilities. Then you will do the total of equity and liabilities. Then after equity and liabilities, we have assets. Under assets, there are two headings. First, we have non-current assets. And then we have current assets. So this is the format of balance sheet. Hi Manasvi. Now we will make notes to account. We will make notes to account for equity, for non-current liability and for current assets. We will make two notes, one for non-current liability and another for current assets. So we are first starting with non-current liability. In non-current liability, we are making it for long-term borrowing because debentures and this bank loan will be recorded under long-term borrowing. So, under non-current liability, you will record long-term borrowing. And we are making the note for this long-term borrowing, not for non-current liability. हम नोट किसका बना रहे हैं? Notes to account is for long-term borrowing. Now, as I have told you, first we will record bank loan. Under long-term borrowing, first we have to record the bank loan, which is of rupees 4 lakh. So, bank loan 4 lakh rupees. Let me change the color. This is your bank loan 4 lakh rupees. After recording the bank loan, you will record 8% debentures that are issued as collateral security. So 8% debentures, how many debentures we have issued? Rupees 4 lakh debentures. So 8% debentures of rupees 4 lakh, and from this we have to subtract the balance of debenture suspense. From this 8% debenture, you will subtract this debenture suspense account 4 lakh rupees. So 4 lakh minus 4 lakh, it is 0. So what is the total of long-term borrowing? 4 lakh plus 0 is 4 lakh. So this is the amount that we have to record in long-term borrowing. In long-term borrowing, we will record 4 lakh rupees. Because loan is 4 lakh and 8% debentures minus debenture suspense account, it is 0. So finally the balance will be 4 lakh only. Then we will make the notes to account for current assets. In current assets, we will record under cash and cash equivalent. Under current asset, we will record it under cash and cash equivalent. So the bank balance is 4 lakh. This is your cash at bank, which is rupees 4 lakh. So record it in the balance sheet. Under current assets, you will make the heading cash and cash equivalent, and it is rupees 4 lakh. So you can see the total of liability is 4 lakh and the total of assets is also 4 lakh. So assets are equal to liabilities. This was your homework, guys. First, you have to record these two journal entries. Pehli for bank loan, second for debentures. Bank to bank loan, debenture suspense account debit to percentage debentures. And then you will represent it in the balance sheet. So here we have the balance sheet. We have recorded the bank loan and percentage debentures under long-term borrowing. So long-term borrowings are 4 lakh rupees. And we have recorded the cash at bank under cash and cash equivalent. So cash and cash equivalent are 4 lakh rupees. And total of liability is equal to total of assets. But is it enough? The answer is no. Along with balance sheet, it is very important to prepare the notes to account, because that's the main thing examiner is expecting from you. So here we have prepared the notes to account. Under notes to account, the first note is for long-term borrowing. So in long-term borrowing, we have recorded loan 4 lakh rupees, and then we have made the treatment for debenture. First, we recorded debentures and then we subtracted debenture suspense account. 4 lakh minus 4 lakh, it is 0. So the long-term borrowing were 4 lakh rupees. And then we have recorded cash at bank under cash and cash equivalent, that is also 4 lakh. So I have already explained this on a different slide, and I hope that this is now clear to everyone. Is it clear, guys? Yes or no? Please tell me in the chat box. समझ आया सबको, हाँ या ना? Clear? Okay. Now moving on to today's session, and the topic for today's session is interest on debenture, as you all have already read by the title. So first we will be discussing, learning the meaning of interest. So let's start the session now without any delay. चलिए क्लास को शुरू करते हैं. तो सबसे पहले हम क्या जानेंगे कि इंटरेस्ट होता क्या है. Now, when we talk about interest on debenture, it is very important to know the nature of this. So interest on debenture is a charge against profit. It is a charge against profit, which means that it is payable whether the company earns profit or it incurs loss. आपको ये इंटरेस्ट पे करना ही पड़ेगा, चाहे कंपनी को फायदा हो या कंपनी को नुकसान हो. इंटरेस्ट का उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं. अगर आपको नुकसान भी हो रहा है तो भी आपको इंटरेस्ट पे करना पड़ेगा. सो दिस इज द नेचर ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऑफ डिबेंचर. Then it is calculated at a fixed rate. As you all have noticed till now, whenever we talk about debentures, it is written 8% debentures, 10% debentures, 12% debentures. So why it is written along with it? Because this is the rate of interest which is fixed. तो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट फिक्स्ड होता है, आप इससे कम या ज्यादा नहीं दे सकते. यू कांट चेंज इट नाउ. इट इज फिक्स्ड एंड इट इज कैलकुलेटेड ऑन द फेस वैल्यू. Whatever is the face value, you will calculate interest on that value. For example, 10,000 debentures of rupees 100 each are issued at a premium of rupees 20 each. So now if you see how much amount we have received, so on 10,000 shares we have received 120. So you have received 12 lakh rupees. This is the amount which we have received because they are issued at premium. But when we talk about premium, guys, when we talk about interest, it has to be calculated at the nominal value. So while calculating interest, 10,000 will be multiplied with the face value. You will not include premium as well as discount. You will ignore it. So the face value of these debenture is 10 lakh. And the interest 8%, 10%, whatever is the rate of interest, it will be calculated on the face value. So this was our third point. Our second point, it is calculated at fixed rate on the face value, on the nominal value. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, coming on to the next point. The next point that we have about interest is it is not payable on those debentures which were issued as collateral security. तो अगर आपने debentures collateral security की तरह issue करे हैं, then you will not pay interest on those debentures. Then, as I told you that the interest is already fixed. So interest, it is prefixed on debentures. If the rate of debenture is 15%, then the debentures will be known as 15% debentures. So why we call 8% debenture, 10% debenture? Because that is the rate of interest. And last but not the least, balance in the debenture interest account. Whatever interest you have paid on debenture, at the end of the year, it will be transferred to the statement of profit and loss. Because it is your expense and all the income and expenses are transferred to P&L. So interest will be also transferred to the statement of P&L at the end of the year. And it may be subject to TDS. It may happen that you also have to pay TDS on this interest. हमें टैक्स डिडक्टेबल सोर्स होता है ना, TDS का फुल फॉर्म होता है टैक्स डिडक्टेबल सोर्स. So when we are paying interest to the debenture holder, we have to deduct tax at source. हमें खुद से TDS काटना पड़ेगा. So these are all the important points about interest. And I hope that it is clear to everyone. If you guys have any doubts, you can ask it from me in the chat box. Hi Sarika, very good evening. Hi Krish, a very good evening. Hi Manish. Now, this meaning was not that important because no one is going to ask you the meaning. They will be only asking you the treatment of interest, the meaning of interest. तो चलिए चलते हैं accounting entries पे. The first entry that we have is interest is due and there is no TDS. Interest is due, guys, and there is no TDS. So the journal entry will be interest on debenture account debit. It is your expense. All expenses are debited to debenture holders. Interest is due. It is not yet paid. So this is your liability. Debenture holders are your creditors. So you will credit them. So interest on debenture debit 10,000 to debenture holder 10,000. This is the first entry. Coming to the second case. The second case is interest is due and there is TDS. There is 20% TDS. तो अब क्या होगा? Please pay attention. You will again debit interest on debentures because it is your expense. Interest on debenture account debit 10,000 to TDS payable. It is your liability because you have to pay this to the government. So liabilities are credited and TDS is 20%. So 20% of 10,000 will be 2,000. You will calculate TDS on the interest. And the remaining amount is payable to the debenture holders. जो बाकी का बचा हुआ पैसा है वो डिबेंचर होल्डर्स के अकाउंट में चला जाएगा. So this is the entry when interest is due and there is TDS also. Interest on debenture debit to debenture holder to TDS payable. Then coming on to the third entry. The third entry is amount is paid to debenture holder. We are paying the balance to debenture holder. So when you will pay to debenture holder, the journal entry will be decrease in liability debit, debenture holder debit to cash or bank. जैसे भी आप पे कर रहे हो, depending upon the situation. So debenture holder debit, decrease in liability debit to cash or bank, decrease in asset credit. Then we will pay the TDS. TDS paid. So when you will pay the TDS, the journal entry will be same. TDS payable account debit to cash or bank. Decrease in liability debit, TDS debit to cash or bank. And last but not the least, interest will be transferred to statement of P&L. Interest will be transferred to the statement of P&L and the journal entry will be statement of P&L debit to interest on debentures. So these are 5 entries and the only entries in the interest. So सिर्फ यही 5 एंट्री हैं आज की क्लास में, इसके अलावा और कोई एंट्री नहीं है. Now let me show you this. Here you can see all the 5 entries, guys. Sorry. So the first case you can see is when interest on debenture is due and there is no tax, taxes ignored. So entry will be interest on debenture debit to debenture holder 10,000, 10,000. This was the first entry. Second entry, interest is due and there is a TDS. Tax is deducted at source. So now the entry will be interest on debenture debit 10,000 to TDS. 20% of 10,000 is 2,000. The remaining amount will be paid to debenture holder 8,000. After passing the entry for interest due, we will now pay to debenture holder and we will pay the TDS. So interest will be paid debenture holder to bank. Then TDS will be paid TDS to bank. So we are paying 8,000 to debenture holder. We are paying 2,000 TDS. And at the end of the year, the interest will be transferred to the statement of P&L. So the journal entry will be statement of P&L debit to interest on debenture. The entire interest 10,000 will be transferred to the statement of P&L. So these are all the entries. Now please tell me, are they clear to everyone? Yes or no? सबको समझ आया? Clear, Krish? Great. Hi, Sugandhi. Clear, Komal. Clear, Troll Gamer. Okay. Now we have something for you, something very special. So if you guys are facing any difficulties in business studies, then for that we have launched a special course for all of you. So we are bringing this business exam capsule for everyone, which is definitely going to help you a lot in your business studies exam. Because in this we are covering something very important. Now, what does it cover? You might be thinking it. But before that, let me tell you the price that is super affordable, super amazing. So, you have to pay only and only 224 rupees for this business studies exam capsule. And in 224, you are getting so many benefits. So, what you are getting in this 224? You will be getting the chapter reviews. We will be covering all types of question, 2 marks question, 3 marks question, 5 marks question. Each type of question will be discussed in this capsule, in this course, which are likely to come in your exam this year. So जो पेपर में क्वेश्चन आने वाले हैं वही क्वेश्चन हम आपको इस कोर्स में कराएंगे. Not only this, we will be also providing you summary notes after every class. After every class, you will be getting notes so that you can revise the topic same day using the notes. And we will also solve the NCERT question, which are way too important, which are very important. As you guys might have heard कि NCERT के question ही आते हैं पेपर में. So we will be solving the back exercise question to make you a scholar in business study. And we will be also solving the last 10 years question ताकि हमें पता लगे कि कौन सा question आने के chances है, कौन से question आने के chances नहीं है. So last 10 year questions will be also solved and discussed in the class. And along with all these, we will be having fun also. We will be solving lots of quizzes in the session so that you guys don't get bored in the class. So all these benefits are available in the crash course in the business studies exam capsule. And here you guys can see the schedule. We are launching this course on 14th of March. We will be conducting total 7 classes in which we will be revising the complete syllabus. Staffing, controlling, directing, FM, financial market, financial management, consumer protection, and then we will be having full course revision on 1st of April. So this is your schedule for this business studies exam capsule. Now you might be thinking that who will be teaching you? So none other than Disha ma'am, your favorite teacher. Disha ma'am will be teaching you in this business studies crash course. For all the classes, she will be teaching you. So what you guys are waiting for? Trust me, trust Disha ma'am, this course is definitely going to help you out in your business study exam. And it is only available for 224. So do enroll it now before 14th of March, before this course launches. And if you want to get flat 10% discount, then you can use my code SCPRO. So use it now to grab this course at flat 10% discount. Krish, when will we have Vedantu 2023 class 12 batches? Class 12 batches will start from first week of April, I guess. April से start हो जाएंगे new batches for class 12. Now, let's solve a question of this topic of interest on debenture. So let's see some examples now so that we also get the idea how the questions will be asked. And this is a very important question. When I was appearing in my class 12 exam 2016, it came in my final exam. So I know this is very, very important. And you won't believe that there is only one question in your book for this topic also. इंटरेस्ट ऑन डिबेंचर का सिर्फ एक क्वेश्चन है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 24 आई गेस, अब चेंज हो गया होगा. तो बच्चे क्या करते हैं, बच्चों को लगता है अरे यार एक ही क्वेश्चन है, छोड़ जाते हैं इसको नहीं करते. लेकिन जब टाइम खराब होता है ना तो वही क्वेश्चन आ जाता है. सो लेट्स डू इट नाउ. Divakar Enterprises issued rupees 10 lakh 6% debentures. Did you notice they are 6% debenture? So the rate of interest is 6%. And the face value of debenture is 10 lakh. So calculate interest. Interest will be 10 lakh multiplied by 6 upon 100. It is 60,000. This is the interest for entire year. पूरे साल का interest कितना आया? 60,000. Now the next line is the main part of this question. It is said that interest is paid on September 30th and 31st March. Did you notice that this interest is payable on 30th September and 31st March? आप बोलोगे अरे इंटरेस्ट दो बार पे करना है. So yes, this interest is paid half yearly. 30,000 on 30th September, half on 30th September, and remaining half on 31st March. So total interest is 60,000, but it is paid half yearly on 30th September and on 31st March. Now we have to record the necessary journal entries, assuming that income tax is deducted at 30% of the amount of interest. So there is TDS at 30%. Question में TDS भी है. So now let's start this question. first journal entry will be, we have issued debentures on 1st April 2002. So we will pass entries on 1st April 2002 for issue. Bank account debit to percentage debenture application and allotment account. We have issued debentures of rupees 10 lakh rupees. And then on the same date, 1st April, we will transfer this application money to percentage debentures account. So debenture application and allotment account debit to 6% debentures account. We have transferred it to percentage debentures account, 10 lakh and 10 lakh. These are the first two entries for issue of debentures. Now starting with the main thing. First we have to pay interest on 30th September. पहले हमें interest कब pay करना है? 30th September. So first interest will be due. Interest will be due. The journal entry will be interest on debentures account debit to debenture holders account to TDS payable. So how much we have to pay on 30th September? 30,000. Interest on debenture debit 30,000 to TDS. TDS was 30%. So 30% of 30,000. 30% of 30,000 is 9,000. And the remaining amount 21,000 will be credited to debenture holder. तो TDS आप किसका कैलकुलेट करोगे? इंटरेस्ट का. Interest was 30,000. So 30% of 30,000. So this is the first entry for interest due. After this, we will pay to debenture holder. So now we are paying to debenture holder. Debenture holder account debit to bank. 21,000, 21,000. And then you will pay the TDS. On 30th September, we will pay the TDS. TDS payable account debit to bank. TDS is 9,000, 9,000. So these are the entries on 30th September when interest got due, when interest was paid to debenture holder and when TDS was paid. So please tell me, is it clear till now? यहाँ तक ये पांचों entry सबको समझ आई? Yes or no? Can we proceed further? Clear, Krish? Clear, Komal? Okay. Now coming on to the next entry. So the next interest is payable on 31st March. Now we have to pay interest on 31st March. So first interest will be due. Interest will be due. Interest on debenture debit to debenture holder to TDS payable. How much interest we have to pay on 31st March? Same, 30,000. So interest on debenture debit 30,000 to TDS. 30% of 30,000 is 9,000. TDS payable 9,000 and remaining amount will be credited to debenture holder. So you can see we have passed the same entry. On 30th September also we passed the same entry. So only the dates will change but the entries will remain same. First interest got due, then you will pay the interest, debenture holder debit to bank. 21,000, 21,000. And then we will pay the TDS. So again the same entry. TDS payable debit 9,000 to bank 9,000. So the same three entries are repeated, only the dates are changed. And the most important entry, at the end of the year, the interest will be transferred to statement of P&L. So statement of P&L account debit to interest on debenture. अब बच्चे क्या गलती करते हैं? Most of the students, they will write 30,000 here, but the total interest is 30 plus 30, 60,000. So always remember that the total interest will be transferred, not the half interest. So these are all the journal entries that we need to pass in this question. Is this question clear to everyone? Yes or no? समझ आया सबको? Clear, Sugandhi? Komal, Krish, is it clear? Clear? Okay. Now let me show you the solution. And here we have the solution. So this is for your reference. You can see it later. First entry for issue, then debenture interest due, then interest paid. So these are all the entries. And we have prepared a working note also. On 10 lakh face value, we have calculated 6% interest. And we have calculated it for 6 months. But that is not mandatory. As I told you, first calculate the entire interest and then divide it into two parts, September and March. So they have calculated it separately for 6 months for September, for 6 months for March. Then they have calculated TDS. So TDS is 30% of 30,000. That is 9,000. So this was your question. And with this, we have completed this chapter. So we have completed this chapter finally, issue of debentures. Hello, Shipra. When will I take CFS? What is that? Sugandhi? I am all good, Shipra. What about you? So, now in the next class, we will be starting a new chapter, that is common size and comparative statement. This chapter is again of 4 marks. It is having a good weightage and a question will be definitely coming from this chapter. It is 200% sure. I am 200% sure कि एक question तो आएगा ही आएगा इस chapter से. Okay, cash flow statement. After this, we will be starting the cash flow statement. This chapter is of 4 classes only. So after this, we will be starting cash flow. So stay tuned for our next session that will be on Wednesday at 9 p.m. And if you guys are new to our channel or if you're watching me for the first time, then please do subscribe our channel for more such live classes. Also, if you enjoyed this session, if you liked it, then please do hit the like icon, the thumbs up icon, and share it with your friends. And if you guys want to revise your business studies syllabus with us, then you can join this business studies exam capsule, where we will be providing you notes, where we will be solving NCRT question, past 10 years question, everything at just rupees 224 rupees. So in just 224, you are getting so many things over there, and you can also get flat 10% discount by using my code SCPRO. So use my code to get extra 10% discount on all the courses. You are not taking master classes now? No, I am not taking it because I am working till 31st March only. So I'm taking limited classes. So the business studies exam capsule is getting launched on 14th of March. So do join it now before 14th of March and enjoy all the benefits with Disha Ma'am. And this is the schedule here you can see. So set the reminders for all the upcoming session so that you don't miss any class. Why? Because I'm leaving the organization. So now I will see you all in the next class on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy, guys. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much for joining me in this session. Now I will see you all on Wednesday. Till then, bye bye, good night, and have sweet dreams, guys.